You want to start your own business or recently started your own business. As we all know, becoming your own boss comes with a lot of benefits and a lot of responsibilities. Unfortunately, failure to keep up with these responsibilities can land you in a lot of legal trouble. Stay tuned to this video as I'll be discussing the 5 need-to-know legal basics that are important for all new entrepreneurs to keep in mind. There's a minimum of 5 legal things that you need to keep in mind when conducting business. One of the most important things to keep in mind is the type of entity structure that you choose to operate under. There are many different entity structures available for you, such as the LLCs, corporations, sole proprietorships, partnerships, nonprofits. The list goes on, depending on where you live. With each entity comes different benefits and consequences. It's important to be aware of the different types of consequences that come with each structure because each structure has different tax liabilities, personal liability, business formation requirements, and record-keeping requirements, just to name a few. Failure to be aware of these consequences can lead you to legal trouble because you may not be following all of the laws that are related to the specific structure that you formed your business under. For this reason, it's important to be very careful when choosing your business entity and to make sure as your business grows that your entity structure that was originally chosen still fits in with your goals and objectives of your business. The next thing that you need to be aware of is legal compliance. Being legally compliant in your specific business depends on your specific industry. For instance, some businesses are required to have a professional license or a certification in order to operate as that type of business. On the other hand, you have some cities who require businesses to obtain business licenses or specific permit in order to conduct business within that city. Other industries require you to maintain a specific type of business insurance or liability insurance to protect yourself from personal liability. And finally, if you're operating a business online, there are specific disclaimers and notices that you may need to have on your website in order to avoid legal trouble for yourself. The next thing that's important to keep in mind when you're running your business is your intellectual property. Many people unknowingly operate business or sell products not realizing that they may be infringing upon somebody else's intellectual property. Intellectual property consists of your trademarks, copyrights, and patents. If you're unfamiliar with exactly what intellectual property is, I'll place a link down below so that you can check out my articles and other videos on the topic. But in short, intellectual property basically consists of a person's or a business's original work, the business name, business logos, or even a business slogan that a business is becoming known for using on a consistent basis to set their brand apart from other brands. The next thing that's important to keep in mind are business contracts. All business relationships should be governed by a business contract, a written business contract, that is. Too many times I run into business owners or brand builders or people conducting business who are not doing so under a business contract. The problem with this situation is that because the terms of the business relationship is not outlined in a contract, it leads to confusion between the parties on what's expected of each of them. This is where you find each other being sued or suing each other because one person thought they were going to be paid, one person thought the work was going to be done for free, one person thought that something else was going to be included in the business transaction which wasn't necessarily included, etc., etc., etc. So, for this reason, to avoid confusion, it's very important to make sure that you have business contracts. Finally, the last thing that entrepreneurs always need to keep in mind is how to prevent legal disputes. This can be done by ensuring that you have protected yourself by registering your intellectual property, having contracts for all of your business relationships, chosen the proper business entity, and in the event that you do find someone infringing upon your intellectual property, or if you are accused of infringing upon someone else's intellectual property, always try to be proactive and resolve the matter as amicably as possible. Nobody wants to be sued. I hope you don't want to be sued. So make sure that you try to take as many proactive measures as possible. Send out demand letters before filing a lawsuit. Try to negotiate a settlement Do whatever it is that you can do to make sure that you prevent legal disputes from turning into lawsuits. In the event that you have no choice and find yourself in the midst of a lawsuit, try to hire an attorney if possible. Otherwise, prepare yourself to defend your case on your own. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.